welcome to the deep dive.
Oh,
Okay, after months of waiting, that quiet hum, that building energy, well, it finally erupted.
it really did.
Week 1 of the 2024 NFL season. Just
Yeah.
pure, unadulterated football.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, for anyone watching, it felt like it immediately rewrote quite a few preseason expectations, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. From the very first snap, really, this opening weekend served as a kind of crucial diagnostic tool,
Right.
revealing immediate trends, some unexpected challenges, and definitely setting a fascinating early tone for what I think promises to be a pretty memorable season.
Yeah, I agree. So our mission today is, well, to sift through all that week 1 chaos.
Okay.
We're going to try and pinpoint the most important nuggets of knowledge, the key insights from this pretty thrilling slate of games.
A shortcut, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it as your shortcut to understand the early power dynamics, those really surprising facts, and, all the emerging storylines.
We'll unpack the pivotal moments.
And try to dissect what these initial results might actually signify for the next few months.
Indeed. We're looking at, beyond just the box scores here, trying to get to the underlying shifts and tactical revelations that are definitely going to shape the narratives coming up.
So let's just dive right into it then.
Mhm.
Because week 1, it delivered like a potent cocktail of drama and excitement.
It really did.
Teams were immediately laying down their markers. It wasn't just, a few good games. It felt like a whole season's worth of surprises
Yeah.
packed into just one weekend.
And what's fascinating here is that this opening weekend, it didn't just give us a few good games, like you said. It offered a pretty comprehensive look, I think,
Yeah.
into the potential storylines and those immediate shifts in power dynamics that are already taking shape. We saw new stars emerge, immediate challenges to established hierarchies.
Right.
It really forces us to reconsider some of those preseason assumptions right off the bat.
Okay, let's unpack this right away then.
Yeah.
Because the biggest surprise, arguably the seismic event of week 1,
Has to be the champs.
has to be the reigning Super Bowl champions taking a loss right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs falling to the Los Angeles Chargers, 27-21. Was this more about a surprisingly sharp Chargers team, or did you see real fundamental issues with the Chiefs from the start?
Well, it was a bit of both, I think. But the Chiefs' loss, it wasn't just a wake-up call. It
Mhm.
felt more like a stark reminder that their reliance on that high-octane offense, well, it can be neutralized
How so?
by a well-executed defensive game plan that, exploits their specific vulnerabilities. The Chargers' defense, especially under a new coordinator, looked incredibly disciplined.
Okay.
They were running a variety of disguised blitzes, different coverages. It consistently pressured the Chiefs' O-line and seemed to throw Mahomes off rhythm a bit.
And Herbert on the other side?
Herbert looked incredibly composed. He's making difficult throws, even from a muddied pocket, extending plays with these subtle movements. It showed a level of maturity maybe beyond his years.
Yeah.
So this early pressure, it could either galvanize Kansas City,
Right.
or it could expose maybe deeper systemic issues that go beyond just one off day.
And for the Chargers?
Well, for the Chargers, this win sends a pretty clear message, I think. They're a force to be reckoned with in the AFC West. They showed a resilience, a tactical awareness we haven't always seen from them.
It certainly does send that message. But beyond the Chiefs' stumble, it wasn't just about established powers faltering.
No, not at all.
This weekend also saw several teams really staking their claim as legitimate contenders. Let's start with that NFC East rivalry that always delivers.
Eagle Cowboys. Classic.
The Philadelphia Eagles edging out the Dallas Cowboys 24-20. That felt like a real statement game for Philly, didn't it? What specifically stood out to you?
Absolutely. The Eagles playing at home, they showed that newfound resilience, yes, but it was how they showed it that really mattered.
Okay.
Their defensive front was just dominant. They ran a variety of successful stunts, blitzes, creating all this interior pressure that just collapsed the pocket.
Yeah, I saw that.
Led directly to 2 strip sacks, I believe. It completely stifled the Cowboys' rhythm. So it wasn't just making critical plays. It was the scheme that clearly confused Dallas and a defensive unit that executed almost flawlessly under pressure.
So they're serious contenders now.
They've immediately established themselves as serious contenders in that division, not just through the win, but the manner of the win.
That defensive front was definitely a wrecking ball. Okay, and then we had the Indianapolis Colts
Wow, yeah.
delivering a truly dominant performance, routing the Miami Dolphins 33-8. This wasn't just a win. It felt like a comprehensive dismantling.
It was an absolute clinic, like you said. The Colts win against a a pretty highly touted Dolphins team.
Huh.
It's not just a statement.
What is it then?
It reveals, I think, a highly disciplined coaching staff and a roster that has really quickly bought into a new scheme, especially on defense.
They look good there.
They suffocated Miami's usually explosive short passing game. They disrupted timing, swarmed to the ball.
And the offense.
The O-line created massive running lanes, letting the backs just churn out tough yards. And their QB made smart, high-percentage throws. That kind of immediate cohesion, that execution on both sides, it's rare in week one.
Yeah, it is.
And it firmly establishes them as a team you absolutely have to watch in the AFC.
You really saw that cohesion translate right across the board. And sticking with the AFC, over in the South, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Another impressive one.
Delivered a convincing 26-10 win against the Carolina Panthers. What I found particularly impressive was their balance.
That balance is exactly what makes them potentially so dangerous this year.
Explain that.
Well, their quarterback managed the game expertly, right? Distributed the ball efficiently, lots of different targets. Meanwhile, the running game pounded out crucial yards, ate up the clock, kept the Panthers' D on the field.
And their defense.
Crucially, their defense was particularly stout. Not just stopping the run, but consistently pressuring Carolina's young QB, forcing errant throws.
So it wasn't just one player.
No, it wasn't just individual brilliance. It was a collective, disciplined effort. And that points to potentially sustained success, positioning them as a team genuinely on the rise in that division.
Okay, but amidst all this, the offensive fireworks and the decisive wins, let's pivot a bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about the teams who reminded us that at its core, football is still very much a game of, brute force and tactical defense.
Right. Week one definitely gave us some true defensive masterclasses.
It really did. And it's kind of refreshing to see sometimes, isn't it?
It is. Take the Denver Broncos. They secured that hard-fought 2012 win over the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, that was gritty.
A classic defensive struggle. The Broncos' D-line and linebackers just completely shut down the Titans' potent running game, made crucial stops in the red zone, forced long third downs.
Sounds like a good game plan.
Their defensive coordinator clearly had a plan to take away Tennessee's identity, and, they executed it perfectly.
And then in the NFC West, another gritty battle. San Francisco 49ers winning 17-13 against the Seattle Seahawks.
That rivalry always delivers.
Always. But this one felt like a real throwback game.
It absolutely was. A pure defensive struggle where, the 49ers just made maybe a few more critical plays, especially in the red zone.
And their running game?
Their running game, which is always a hallmark of that team, it was effective not just in gaining yards, but in wearing down Seattle's defense, controlling the clock.
Winning the line of scrimmage.
Consistently, they forced Seattle into difficult down and distance situations. These kinds of games, they often just come down to situational football, and the Niners really excelled there.
Those kinds of games really do highlight the art of just grinding out a win, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the Los Angeles Rams, managing a 14-9 victory over the Houston Texans. Very low-scoring affair. A testament to both defenses just controlling the pace, controlling field position.
And similarly, you had the Cincinnati Bengals securing that really narrow 17-16 victory over the Cleveland Browns.
Another nail-biter.
A true defensive slugfest. The Bengals' defense made the key plays when it mattered, including that crucial stop at the end of the game, stuffing a fourth down, try to preserve the lead.
Offense didn't need to be amazing.
Exactly. Their offense wasn't prolific, but it scored just enough points. And what's truly insightful from these gritty wins, like the Bengals' narrow escape, is that in a league sometimes obsessed with high-powered offenses, fundamental, mistake-free football, and situational awareness in those critical moments, that still offers a viable blueprint for victory.
Especially against evenly matched teams.
Right, especially against equally talented teams where the margins are just razor thin. These were wins built, I think, more on mental fortitude and disciplined play under pressure.
Okay, so while some teams were digging in on defense, others were just putting on an offensive fireworks display.
Yeah, there was that too.
The Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Jets gave us an absolute shootout. Steelers winning 34-32. Both offenses were just clicking, trading blows the whole game.
That game was a pretty clear indication that while defenses can dominate, some offenses are simply too good, too explosive to be completely contained.
Steelers looked potent.
Very potent. Their quarterback showed impressive command, delivering precise throws, receivers consistently winning one-on-one matchups.
And the Jets, even in a loss.
The Jets, despite the loss, they showed significant offensive improvement, I thought, and a resilient attitude. constantly battling back, showcasing maybe an unexpected depth of playmakers. They could be a spoiler this season.
Interesting take. And we saw some underdogs with offensive spark too, right?
We did.
The Arizona Cardinals started their season with a 2013 statement victory over the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Really felt like a testament to the Cardinals' offensive potential, driven largely by their quarterback making impactful plays, both with his arm and his legs.
Kept the Saints' defense guessing.
Totally. Kept them on their heels, exploited open lanes.
And don't forget the Green Bay Packers. They looked sharp in their 27-13 defeat of the Detroit Lions.
Right, divisional game.
Their quarterback was distributing the ball really efficiently, hitting receivers in stride, allowing for those crucial yards after the catch. Their offense just looked sharp, well coordinated.
So what's the theme there?
Well, these teams demonstrated that a strong offensive identity, whether it's through exceptional QB play, a dynamic running scheme, or maybe a dual threat guy, it can immediately set a positive tone for the season and really dictate the tempo of games, almost regardless of what the opposing defense brings sometimes.
Okay, so what does this all mean then for the teams who had a, let's say, tougher start?
Right, the other side of the coin.
Some significant questions have definitely emerged after just 1 week, putting immediate pressure on certain franchises.
Absolutely. In the early season, it's such a critical period for identifying weaknesses, making those necessary adjustments. And yeah, these teams are definitely under pressure to improve and improve swiftly.
Like the Miami Dolphins, for instance.
Oof, yeah. A day to forget in that 8-33 loss to the Colts.
Total opposite of the Colts' performance.
Exactly. Their offense struggled immensely, couldn't generate any significant momentum, couldn't find any consistent rhythm. Defense couldn't contain the Colts' attack. This isn't just a loss, it's a really concerning start.
Needs rethink.
It'll require a swift and thorough reevaluation of their offensive scheme and execution, I'd imagine.
Indeed. And the New York Giants, too, had a particularly difficult offensive outing. 6-21 loss to the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they struggled to generate points, struggled to move the ball against what looked like a pretty disciplined Commanders defense.
Why was that?
Well, their offensive line struggled in pass protection, their QB was often under duress, couldn't establish a consistent run game. They're left with some serious questions about offensive production, maybe overall team performance.
Who else? New England Patriots.
The Patriots also seem to struggle with consistency, explosiveness maybe, in their 13-20 loss to the Raiders.
Defense kept them in it for a while, though.
Yeah, the defense did okay, kept them in the game. But the offensive struggles, particularly in the red zone, on third downs, it ultimately proved too much to overcome.
So what's the fix?
It indicates their offensive scheme, their execution. It needs considerable improvement, especially finding playmakers who can consistently move the chains.
And the New Orleans Saints, another team that lost to an underdog.
Right. The Saints, too, in that 13-20 loss to Arizona, appeared to struggle to find their rhythm offensively.
Costly errors.
Committing costly errors, yeah. Multiple turnovers, untimely penalties, failed to capitalize on opportunities. It's an early concern that's going to require immediate attention to fix those offensive woes and just tighten up their overall execution.
Seems it's an alarm bell.
For these teams, yeah. Week 1 wasn't just a loss. It was a loud alarm bell. Forces them to quickly diagnose what went wrong and figure out how to fix it before the season really spirals away.
Okay, so if we connect all these different threads to the bigger picture, what has Week 1 told us about the 2024 NFL season as a whole? What's the most significant takeaway for you after digesting all that?
A key takeaway for me, I think, is that the season is already poised to be one of the most unpredictable and, frankly, exciting in recent memory.
You think so? Based on 1 week?
Well, we've witnessed these immediate shifts in divisional power dynamics, right? Teams like the Eagles, the Jags, the Colts making really strong statements right out of the gate.
Signaling they're ready to contend.
Exactly, redefining some of those early expectations. And then the surprising defeat of the Chiefs by the Chargers.
Yeah, still processing that one.
It serves as that stark reminder that in the NFL, every single game is a battle. The established pecking order can absolutely be disrupted at any moment.
Injecting intrigue already.
That upset not only injects immediate intrigue into the AFC West, obviously, but it highlights the potential for these emerging teams to challenge the powerhouses through, focused game plans and just superior execution on the day.
And the rivalries. They already delivered, didn't they? Laying a foundation for more drama down the line.
Absolutely. Divisional rivalries like Cowboys, Eagles, Steelers, Jets, they lived up to their billing. delivered that intense, hard-fought contest that really defines the league.
It's more than just the W or the L.
Oh, for sure. These early encounters are more than just wins and losses. They lay that psychological groundwork for future matchups, ignite that competitive fire that carries through the whole season.
And the defense.
And then, yeah, of course, the defensive prowess shown by teams like the Broncos and the 49ers, it just underscores that timeless truth. Defense still wins championships.
Even with all the high-flying offenses.
Right. While the offensive fireworks grab the headlines, the ability to make crucial stops, generate turnovers, limit opponents, that remains paramount. It's a crucial counter-narrative to the league's offensive explosion.
And the grinders.
And similarly, those grinded-out victories like the Rams and the Bengals' narrow escape against the Browns, they just illustrate the importance of resilience, execution, and clutch moments.
Mental fortitude.
Those games weren't necessarily about overwhelming talent, but about mental fortitude. Disciplined play under pressure reveals coaching philosophies that prioritize situational football.
It really is a microcosm of everything we love about the NFL, isn't it? All packed into one week.
Precisely. This deep dive into Week 1, it has shown a microcosm of everything great about the NFL. The unexpected, the thrill of competition, individual brilliance, collective effort.
Yeah.
Each game has contributed to this rich tapestry of narratives that will undoubtedly evolve over the next few months, challenging our perceptions, keeping us, on the edge of our seats.
What a start to the 2024 NFL season. Seriously, Week 1 has set such a captivating tone. Potential contenders emerging, underdogs roaring, seasoned vets shining. It's clear we're in for an absolute treat this year.
Couldn't agree more.
So here's something maybe for you to chew on until next time. Considering these early shifts, these surprising outcomes, how much do you think Week 1 truly predicts the destiny of a team?
Good question.
Or is it maybe just the first brushstroke in a much larger, much more unpredictable masterpiece, where the real signal is still kind of hidden amongst all the Week 1 noise?
Something to ponder.
Definitely something for you to ponder as we gear up for Week 2.